welcome back to another video. It's been 2 days, ladies and gentlemen. I'm struggling sometimes. My college has been murdering the shit out of me, but I'm back. No assignments now, so I can fully focus on making this video and uploading this to you so that I can finally rest in peace. Not literally, but rest in peace at least. Anyway, today, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to do something different. It's a tier list. Don't worry, the different video is coming. If you haven't seen one of my latest community posts yet, I am releasing a documentary. I mean, it's not all episodes together. It's one by one episode that I'll be releasing every 2 weeks, every a week. Let's see that. I mean, based on my availability, I will guarantee the episodes, but for sure, something different is coming to this YouTube channel. So stay tuned and subscribe that button, smash that, beat the shit out of that subscribe button, and let's move. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be doing a tier list of all Real Madrid rejects. So let's get straight into this, and without any further nonsense, let's get straight into this. If you can look at the tier list, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that there are 5 tiers in total, and we have a grand total of 12 players among us, ladies and gentlemen, that we'll be brutally rating. So we'll be rating only these 12 players, okay? So starting off with the first tier, it's time. So it's time is basically, it's not really time, but okay, let me explain. So basically, you send this one player because you know when he comes back, he's going to beat the shit out of every other opponent team. And this one season is the only season that we are going to bear with his loan move. And the next season he comes back, he's going to wreak havoc at the club. If you look at the second tier, ladies and gentlemen, it actually says 2 years. 2 years meaning that, okay, so we now give him out on loan, and 2 to 3 years later comes back and he does a madness. The third tier is he's leaving. Oh, okay. Go on then. I mean, it's fine. And the fourth tier being, please leave. The door is that way. We don't want you, and please never come back again. And the last tier being, who are you? Have I ever seen you before? I don't think I've ever seen you before. I think I've seen myself here more than you, and I haven't even played here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you've got the gist now. Let's move. The first player that we'll be looking at is Alphonse Areola. I don't know, guys. Alphonse Areola, he's not definitely it's time. He's not definitely 2 years. He's not definitely a please leave as well, because the thing is, like with Alphonse Areola, he played very less, and the less times that we've seen of him, he's been good on some occasions, but I feel like with Areola, he's been good when Courtois was like dog shit, literally. I think there was a phase in early October where Courtois was like literally having the worst time of his life. People were actually making fun of Courtois for leaving Chelsea and joining the club that ruins players. Oh, and the tables have also kind of turned now, which is very funny. But I think Alphonse Areola is go on then. I mean, go on. I mean, have you ever done that much here? Go on. I mean, I didn't want him to like strictly leave, that he pissed me off. Go on then, it's fine. I mean, you leave, it's fine. You don't, no, you leave. The next player being Brahim Diaz. Now with Brahim Diaz, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like Brahim Diaz is very sick, but in the sense that I think he comes under that category of, okay, you have to wait 2 years. Because I think with the current situation at Real Madrid, if you talk about the wing roles especially, I don't see Odegaard playing on the wing. I mean, we've seen in our first game against Real Sociedad that he was good for a brief amount of minutes that he was on the pitch. I think around like 60 or something. And especially the first 20 minutes he was in, he was doing a madness, man. He was doing amazing. So I think with Brahim Diaz, it's going to be probably 2 to 3 years, because I feel like it'll take a bit more time, man, for the amount of stuff that he has shown to the world about himself. I feel like skill-wise, he's good. He's really good, to be honest. But I feel like he's not that kind of player where he comes from loan and immediately drops in and boom, it's over. I mean, he's settled into the squad. I don't think it's gonna be that kind of scenario. I'll say it's 2 to 3 years. Okay, Dani Ceballos, ladies and gentlemen, Dani Ceballos. I love Dani Ceballos so much. I love the way he plays. I think he's very sick. But I feel like because of Toni Kroos's presence at Real Madrid, Dani Ceballos will probably never reach that position where he wants to at Real Madrid at least. He's not going to be a regular starter, unfortunately. He's probably going to start against teams that are actually like legit, like bottom 5 or in the cup games. And I feel like Dani Ceballos deserves better for sure. I think he's a very good player. I wouldn't say 2 to 3 years for him, definitely, because he's not going to come back in 2 to 3 years. That's our number one. I mean, I'm suggesting that he's not too massive in the sense that when he returns back, he's going to immediately make a mark and create a impression on all Real Madrid fans, which is probably not happening. I would say, go on then. I mean, I really like him, but it is what it is. It's the situation, the club. That's it. Gareth. Gareth. God. I think we know the answer to this, and let's be honest. I mean, he's pissed us off, man. There has been a lot of widespread debate about Real Madrid disrespecting Gareth Bale a lot in the past few days. And let me remind all those oblivious fools who think that Premier League is the only league that exists in the world, that Gareth Bale was also involved in this back and forth between the Real Madrid and Gareth Bale drama. Real Madrid did their part. They were definitely not the oblivious one in the scenario. We all know what Real Madrid did, but we all know what Gareth Bale did as well when he was at the club, man. Massively disrespecting the club always, not getting along well with his teammates, allegedly. Doing that Wales goals Madrid shit, doing silly tantrums on the bench, wearing a face mask over his eyes, like, come on, man. Come on. Like, you had to see this coming. I mean, he's definitely a please leave. He's not, go on then. He's not that. He's definitely a please leave because he deserves to leave, okay? And it's also for his own good. It's not like I'm trying to get him out of the club and, it's obviously better than him going to China, which allegedly again. You know what? Not allegedly. It's actually true that Real Madrid did block his move last season. But fair enough. Like, Gareth Bale is now at Tottenham Hotspurs where he's like the golden child or something like that. And I hope he does well there. Achraf Hakimi, man. Oh my god. You know what? Is there a category for this? I should have put a category because I don't hate him, but at the same time, he's not returning back. There should have been a category for this shit, man. I actually forgot about Achraf Hakimi because this is a permanent transfer. Yeah, I guess he's go on then. I mean, I am not liking what happened with Achraf Hakimi. Obviously, I didn't like what happened with Achraf Hakimi's transfer to Inter Milan because I felt like it was bullshit. I really wanted Achraf Hakimi to stay with us at Real Madrid because I saw him as this young, exciting prospect who was ready to unleash madness all over the world. But clearly Hakimi wanted a starting position, which is clearly not possible. I love Achraf Hakimi a lot, but unfortunately at this point, he's not coming back. I don't want him to leave. I definitely didn't want him to leave, but he's okay, go on then. I mean, yeah. Next up is James Rodriguez. Now, let me be honest. I love James Rodriguez, but I'm going to put him at please leave because, fam, he was getting wasted, man, a lot. I was actually sympathizing so much with James and Bale. It's just that Bale pissed me off with his tantrums, man, outside the pitch as well. James Rodriguez, man, he has not trash talked Real Madrid ever. He, in fact, even after falling out of the pecking order in 2016-17, did not celebrate against Real Madrid when he faced us at the Bernabeu in 2018 when he scored at the Bernabeu. I feel like James Rodriguez is a massive Real Madrid icon, and I really like James Rodriguez. I'm gonna put him at please leave because he is a person with incredible talent, and you've seen the first 2 games at Everton, man. Man's he's outdone himself, to be honest. It's like the whole 2014 James Rodriguez returning back, and you know what? I love that he's now coming back to where he was supposed to be. I am happy personally for James Rodriguez, and I really felt bad. I'm not gonna lie, I really felt bad when he was leaving. But if he can thrive elsewhere, especially James Rodriguez, than other players, fair enough. Especially for his own good, please leave. The next player is Javi Sanchez. Now, let me be honest with Javi Sanchez. Who are you? Obviously, I think we all know who Javi Sanchez is, but did he really make an impact on this Real Madrid squad that convinced the management to actually keep him? All I saw was him during preseason, and that's it. I mean, man would go back to Castilla, and that would have been all ties broken at that point. Not broken. Broken isn't the word, but the ties would have never been made until the next preseason. And also, you have Nacho in the middle, you have either Militao, you have Sergio Ramos, you have Rafael Varane. Like, you're not going to cross any one of them and play in the Real Madrid 11. I think it's kind of impossible. Scratch that. It's impossible. Especially with the best defense in the world right now. It's not possible. I mean, no disrespect when I say, who are you? But it's just one of those things where, okay, if you were also here, what impact would have been there? It's like a straight horizontal graph. There's no change. That's it. Jesus Vallejo. Well, with Jesus Vallejo, I never really saw him as that exciting young prospect. I felt like although he was good at certain times, he was also quite error prone in very important games. Major shout out was the Juventus versus Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, where we won through a Cristiano Ronaldo penalty in the 98th minute. Greatest moment of all time, man. Okay, I'm exaggerating. One of the greatest moments in Real Madrid's history, where Ronaldo scores a rocket penalty that Szczesny doesn't even clock. And dude, amazing goal, man. Yeah, it's very funny that it was Cristiano Ronaldo's last Champions League goal for Real Madrid, and the next thing you know, he went to the dark side. But nevertheless, we're talking about Jesus Vallejo here, and I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest fan of Jesus Vallejo. I never thought he was the biggest amazing player that he was supposed to be at Real Madrid. Honestly, there's too much of a pecking order for him to cross. I know he's a young, exciting prospect, but he hasn't done enough. This is like similar to the Javi Sanchez situation, but it's just that he's a bit he's a bit better than Javi Sanchez. That's it. Oh, the next one is Oscar Rodriguez. Well, this was more of a go on then. Okay. I mean, he was never going to cut through Benzema, following Luka Jovic, following Mariano, following Borja Mayoral now. Yeah, Oscar was decent, I would say, last season, and since now he's gone on a permanent transfer forever, I don't know. I think it's a fair move. I feel like, go on then. I mean, would you have really made the impact? You know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna move Jesus Vallejo as well to go on then. Obviously, I didn't want him like gone, but even if he's gone, it's fine. It's fine. It's honestly fine. The next one is Sergio Reguilon, man. No. You know what? What's so confusing and piss-taking is that I love Hakimi, I love Reguilon, and what shit is this, man? It's like I'm putting the unwanted rejects and the wanted rejects in the same thing when I say, go on then. I think I'll have to change the tone. So with Hakimi, it's, go on then. With Oscar or Vallejo or Ariola, it is, okay, go on then. Yeah, so this is the first one. For Hakimi, it's the first one. So for Reguilon, it's the first one. Obviously, Reguilon is so sick, man. I mean, I don't have to stress this enough. He's really sick. I really would have loved for him to stay with us, man, at Real Madrid. But I guess you can't have what you want every time, can you? Forlan Mondi and Marcelo have the higher hierarchy in this situation. And for someone as talented as Reguilon, I feel like from his point of view, he doesn't really deserve to cut through someone. He's better off replacing Ben Davies, man. Oh, Ranier. Now, Ranier is obviously 2 years, as we all know. Oh, shit. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you actually know that his loan move is for an entire 2 years. And I feel like Ranier will have some role to play when he comes back. 2 years is a hell a lot of time, man. 2 years, a lot changes. I don't want to predict too much ahead into the future because right now Odegaard has to kill it first of all. So you know what? I don't want to plan too ahead for this one. I feel like it's fine. Let him go for 2 years. If he does come back and if he has the opportunity, obviously Dortmund is a very good developing process. So with Ranier, we're going to do the same. We are going to sell him to another team after giving him on loan and investing in his future for 2 goddamn years, man. But no, I don't want to plan too ahead and say that, oh, I should get out or, oh, he's a generational talent or whatnot. The last one, man, and to be honest, my favorite of the lot, Takefusa Kubo, man. He is probably the only It's Time player on this list. Have you seen Kubo play, man? Man literally drops every single defender that's in his way. It's so funny. It's so funny that he's again another Barcelona reject. Barcelona have been screwing up so much, man. I mean, they did not notice that Takefusa Kubo was going to wreck the shit out of them when he joins back to Real Madrid. And I am honestly so gassed, man. I know he's going to have to compete with Rodrigo and Asensio and Vinicius, but trust me, man, the development that Kubo will be going through at Villarreal, I feel it will be a phenomenal turning point change. I feel like he's gonna come back much stronger and people are gonna be very shocked, man, when he comes back. The whole world will start talking about him suddenly, and let's just say that one of Asensio or Rodrigo will have to budge. Again, I want Asensio and Rodrigo to perform. Don't make me look like an Asensio hater or a Rodrigo hater, obviously not. But Kubo, man, Kubo, I'm excited for Kubo. I'm excited for Kubo. Anyway, screenshot that shit out of here, man. You've seen the tier list. That's the tier list. If you have any problem with the decisions I've made, let me know in the comments down below, or let me know what other video ideas you have, or let me know if you want to just spew hate at me. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed a very sick ass video, and don't worry, the documentary is coming very very soon. I'm working on it. I want to make this as sick as possible. Just wait. And even if you're not waiting, I'ma wait. Okay, I'm gonna wait anyway. So yeah, take care. I'll see you in a bit. Take care and peace.